Today we are going to see the RPW Act 2060. This unit, this act consisting various chapters. Now we are going to see the chapter wise. First chapter deal with preliminary. The preliminary is nothing but it is introduction. First chapter deals with introduction on the RPW Act. Under this introduction, what are the things should be there now for when this act has been enacted, when this act implemented by the parliament. So what are the roles and responsibility there to the government of India and the state government for upliftment of the person with the disabilities. So these are all covered by the chapter 1. The chapter 2 deals with the rights and the entertainment. So rights and entertainment nothing but what are the rights are being given by the state person with disabilities. Deal with the education. So under the education, what are the special provisions are being provided by the state and central government for educational aspect of the person with the disabilities. For example, providing scholarship for the person with the disabilities, and providing aids and appliances, purchasing of aids and appliances, and these are the some special provisions under the education aspect. Chapter 3 dealing. Then chapter 4 deal with skills development and employment. So under the skills development and employment, many skills are being provided by the state government and central government to upliftment of the person with disabilities. So these things are deal with the chapter 4th. Then chapter 5th deal with the social security and health. Social security. So under the social security health, what are the special provisions are being provided by the state, the central government, and private sectors to improve the lifestyle of the person with disabilities. Then chapter 6 deal with special provisions for the person with the benchmark disabilities. So benchmark disabilities nothing but the person those who are having a below 40% percentage of disabilities called as a benchmark disabilities. For them, many schemes and provisions are being provided by the state government and central government to upliftment of their lifestyle. So these things are dealt by chapter 6. Then chapter 7 deals with the special provisions for person with the disability with high support needs. So special provision, for example, special provision nothing but for examples, providing the education loan, providing the subsidy for constructing a house, providing the reservation for the employment of the person with the disability. These are the special provisions. So these provisions are being given by the state and central government to person with disabilities. So these things are covered by the chapter 7. Then chapter 8 deals with the duties and responsibility of the appropriate government. So chapter 8 deals with what are the role played by the state and the central government to upliftment of the lifestyle of the person with the registration of institution for person with disabilities and grants to such institution. So under these chapters, the institutions, in India, many private organizations are running institutions for upliftment of the person with a disability. So these institutions deals by the chapter 9. What are the if we want to start any institutions, so for that what are the rules and regulations should follow by the concerned organization. So these things are covered by the chapter 9. So chapter 10 deals with the certification of specified disabilities. So under this chapter, what they're dealing how the disabilities person with certificate are being provided by the state and central government, how assess the children person with disability before giving the certificate. What are the criteria should follow the before giving the certificate for the person with disability. Those things are deal by the chapter 10. So chapter 11 deal with the central and state advisory board on disability and the district level committee. So in this chapter, each district having a advisory boards, advisory board. So role of the advisory board on dealing the chapter 11, chapter 11. Then chapter 12 deal with the chief commissioner and the state commissioner for person with the disabilities. So the 12th chapter deals with the role of the chief commissioner and the state commissioner for the person with the disabilities. Then chapter 14th deals with the national fund for person with disabilities. So under this chapter, the central government providing a fund for the organization which are providing service for the person with disability to upliftment of the person lifestyle of the person with disability. So these aspects will covered by the chapter 14th. The chapter 5th deals with the state fund for person with disabilities. So not only providing the central government for providing the fund for the person with disabilities to the organization which are providing the services for person with disabilities, but also state also providing the fund for the institution which providing the service for the person with disability. So those things are deals by the chapter 15th. The chapter 6th deals with offense and the penalties. So offense means what are the offense and penalty are being provided with state and government if any persons misuse the or abuse the children with or person with disabilities. So those things are deals with the chapter 6th. Chapter 16. The chapter 17 deals with other aspect of the these rights. Okay, so far we have seen the chapter wise the aspect which deals with the person with disabilities. Now we are going to see the what type of disabilities is being covered by the RPW Act. So earlier we have seen PW Act in 1995, which covered 7 disabilities like low vision, blindness, then mental retarded, mental illness, the locomotor disability, leprosy Q. So these kind of disabilities are covered by the PW Act 1995. Like this, RPW Act also covered the 21 types of disabilities such as blindness, low vision, leprosy and persons, locomotor disabilities, then intellectual disabilities, mental illness, cerebral palsy, specific learning disability, speech and language disability, and then hearing impairment, then muscular dystonia, then acid attack victims, the Parkinson's disease, and then multiple sclerosis, then thalassemia, like that. So 21 disabilities are being covered by the RPW Act. So yesterday class and today class, so far we have seen the what are the legislations have been enacted by the state government. So now we are move on towards the what are the social securities are being given by the state and the central government. Okay. Then social security. The social security is nothing but security protection which is provided by the state government and central government for upliftment of the lifestyle of the person with disabilities in the means of cash or any other aspect. First, they providing the scholarship to the disabled children. So scholarship means education scholarship. Those who are studying in school level or college level or post-graduation level or any professional courses, they can get the scholarship from the both central government and state government to improve their educational aspect. So then next, they provide old age pension to the aged and the widows. So the person with disabilities who are aged or widow, they can get the old age pensions from the state government. Okay. Then unemployment assistance to the education disabilities. So person with disability, those who are educated but they do not have a proper employment opportunity, they can get the assistance from the state government and the central government. Then cash subsidy for self-employment. Cash subsidy. Under the cash subsidy, suppose if we want to establish any employment, the person with disability can get the subsidy. Suppose if you want to start any self-employment which cost of rupees 50 lakhs or 10 lakhs, for that the government will provide this certain kind of subsidy. Suppose if you get 10 lakhs, the government will provide the 2 lakh to 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs will provide the subsidy. So these are the some social security for the person with disabilities are being provided by the state and central government. So apart from that, disablement pension, the state government will provide the person with disability for cash benefit as a old age pensions. Then retirement pensions. State government and central also provide the person with disability for a retirement pensions also. Then second, then other social security means concession and support in various activities and concession in the transport. So suppose if you want to travel any buses or airlines or train, the central government, state government provide certain concessions. For example, as take Tamil Nadu provide the 75% concession for the person with disability. Suppose they want to go by bus, they have the ticket fare rupees 100, only they provide the 25 rupees. The rest of the 75 rupees government will pay. This is the transport concessions. Then medical assistance. So medical assistance for medical assistance, the state government providing the assistance for doing it, for undertaking any major surgery or purchasing of medical medicine or medical equipment. For that, the government will provide the some subsidy or financial assistance to the person with disabilities at the time of ill health. Then medical insurance, where employer liability schemes are possible. Medical insurance also providing the both central and state government. Then compensation in the case of work injury resulting in disabilities. Compensation also providing the concerned organization. Suppose the person with disabilities met the accident at the time of work, the concerned organization or concerned government sector will providing the compensation. Okay. Then reservation and concession in the services. Reservation and concession in services. So whenever the government notify the government job, for that some reservation will be provided by the government for OBC certain seat, BCK certain seat, the MB6 certain seat. Like that, person with the disability also reservation will be given by the government. Then next is social security means special skills upgradation program, special skills. So based on the skills requiring or obtaining by the person with the disabilities, both government and central government to provide the loan for establishing the self-employment under the special skill upgradation program. Then next social security means special schools and teachers training center. So each state will organizing the special schools under the education department free of cost, and also train the teachers how to deal with person with disability children. So these all are providing by the special schools and the teacher training center program. Then tax relaxation schemes. Tax relaxation, so there is lot of reservation for paying the tax by the person with disabilities. Okay. Then next social security means currently reservation in services. So already I told the reservation will be provided whenever the central government, state government notify the employment opportunity, employment. Then next one is concessions in employment. Already the concession and employment also comes under the reservation for the persons with disabilities. The next one is disability pension under the Employees Provident Fund and the Miscellaneous Provision Act 1995. So under the Provident Fund, under the disability pensions, disability pensions are being provided for the person with disabilities under the Employment Provident Fund Act 1992. So not that the pensions will not only provide by the person with the normal, but also the pension will be provide the person with the disabilities under the Provident Fund Miscellaneous Provision Act 1952. Then medical and maternity benefit also providing the person with the disability employees under the State Insurance Act 1948. Then next social security means benefits under the Workmen Compensation Act 1923. Workman Compensation Act, the compensation will be provided under the Workman Compensation Act 1992. The compensation, nothing but I already told now. So suppose if you met any accident or get any injury at the time of work, that concerned organization will provide the compensation to the person with disabilities under the Workman Compensation Act 1923. Then special school for disabled children. So already I told special schools are being run by the state government for the betterment of the children with disability in the field of education. Then now we are going to see what are the program are being provided by the government of India under the social security of the person with disabilities. First program is National Social Assistance Program, shortly called as a NSAP. This scheme was launched in 1995-96 as a centrally sponsored scheme administered by the Ministry of Rural Development. But later it was transferred to the state plan. Funds for the schemes are now provided as an additional central assistant to the state NSAP, comprised of following schemes. So now we are going to see what are the programs are there under the National Social Assistance schemes. First program is Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Schemes. So under the Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme, across the country, many persons with disabilities, those who are aged, they can get the old age pensions. Okay. Then National Family Benefit Scheme. National Family Benefit Scheme also provide the under the NSAP program. The next one is Anupura schemes. That means Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension Schemes. So under the National Widow Pension Scheme, the person with the disability widow are getting pensions under the Indira Gandhi National Widow Pensions. So these schemes was introduced in February 2019. This scheme is applicable to below poverty line widows in the age group of 40 to 64. Then next scheme under the NSAP, Indira Gandhi National Disability Pension Schemes. Indira Gandhi National Disability Pension Scheme. Already earlier we have seen the Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension. This is Indira Gandhi National Disability Pensions. So introduction, these schemes introduced in February 2009. It is applicable to the below poverty line persons with a serve or multiple disabilities in the age of 18 to 64 years. Then next program we are going to see Swarna Yojana, Rosa Yojana. These schemes seeks to provide the gainful employment to the urban employment or underemployed poor by encouraging setting up of self-employment ventures or provision of wages employment. Okay, this centrally sponsored scheme funded on 75% from central government, 25% from state government. To avail the benefit under the scheme, the multiple municipal board of the respective state should be conducted. Actually, this scheme actually are being implemented by the central government for establishing the self-employment by the person with disabilities. For that program, central government will provide the 75% contribution and state government provide the 25% contribution for this program to start the self-employment by the person with the disabilities. Then next one is Provident Fund benefits. Provident benefit. Under the Provident Fund means not only get the Provident benefits for the person with the normal disability, persons also get the Provident pensions. The pension and the will be provided under the Provident Fund Miscellaneous Act 1952. The next one is under the Employment State Insurance Act 1948, the health care and cash benefit payment in the case of sickness, maternity, and employment injury at the time of working. The person with disabilities can get the health care and the cash benefit payment under the Employment State Insurance Act 1948. So second one is next next program is under the Workers Social Security Act 2018. Life and disability cover the health and the maternity benefit, housing assistance, scholarship to the children of beneficiaries, and the recreation old age pensions are being provided under the Unorganized Worker Social Security Act 2018. Then next Social Security under the next scheme is rural poor, including landless laborers such as Grama Yojana, Sambordhana, Grana Rosa Yojana, and Pradhama Mantri Grama Sabha Yojana. Under this scheme, many person with disabilities belongs to rural area then can get the cash benefit from the central government. Okay. Then next scheme is very important. That is employment employment guarantee under the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2018. Actually, the NREGA is a people act in several sense. The act empowers ordinary people to play an active role in the implementation of employment guarantee schemes. Through Grama Sabha, not only the active persons are involved, but also the person with disability also included this program. They can work 100 days per year through concern district and get the wages through this program. Okay, why? This is not only for the person within normal. This program also applicable and included by the person with the disabilities. So then last scheme is schemes for elderly and disabled people. Schemes for elderly and disabled people. The Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment runs an integrated program for old persons, which included schemes for old age homes, daycare centers, and mobile medical unit. Similarly, the schemes for the disability, including providing the assistance to the disabled person for purchasing a fitting of aids and appliances, and providing the granting aid for rehabilitation employment for persons with disabilities through the projects such as special schools for mentally retarded, hearing impairment, visually handicapped, vocational training center, etc. under the Dina Dayal disability rehabilitation schemes. Okay. So so far we have seen what are the social security are being given by the central government. So apart from that, some of the scholarship schemes are also providing by the central government. Now we are going to see some important scholarship schemes. Okay, scholarship schemes. The scholarship schemes under the trust fund, central government is being provided. Central government is providing the scholarship under the trust fund to the 2050 disabled children, those who are pursuing a degree and post graduation level, and also professional and technical courses from recognized institutions. So in this scheme, 30% of the scholarship will be reserved for the girls only. Suppose 30% girls are not available now, that 30% will transfer to the male candidate. Okay. Then under this scheme, the reimbursement of non-refundable fee restricted to the limit of fee of similar courses in government and government aided institutions will be reimbursed. The maintenance also will be provided to the students for 10 months rupees 2,050 rupees per month for professional graduate courses, and rupees 3,000 per month those who are pursuing a postgraduate students will be provided for the maintenance allowances. Apart from maintenance allowances, for book stationery allowance also provide the under the schemes. For book and stationery per year 6,000 will be provided those who are pursuing a graduate level, and 10,000 per year providing to those who are pursuing the professional postgraduate level courses. 10,000 will be provided. Then differently abled students in addition will be provided the financial assistance for purchasing aids and appliances. For purchasing of aids and appliances also the scheme providing the financial assistance. For example, aids and appliances, for example, hearing devices or any the desktop or any monitor. So these are the some aids and appliances for the person with disabilities. If we want the person with disability can purchase yearly once. Then next one is monthly income of the beneficiaries. So as far as monthly income is per month below 25,000 per month salary should be there. But annum income below 30 lakhs the person with disability can eligible for obtain these schemes. Okay. The next one is the scholarship holder under the scheme will not avail any other scholarship. So pursuing it. So once those who are once the person with the disabilities obtain these scholarship scheme, they are not able to obtain the other scholarship benefit. Okay. Then next scholarship scheme is providing under the national fund. Earlier we have seen the trust fund. Now we are going to see the scholarship schemes under the national fund. So under this national fund, around 500% with disabilities can obtain the scholarship schemes. Okay, the scholarship of the rupees 100 per month for hostel room, and rupees 700 per month for day scholar studying in professional courses at graduation and above level, and rupees 700 rupees for hostelers, and 400 rupees per month for scholars pursuing diploma certificate level courses. They will providing. Apart from that, the course fees reimbursement up to ceiling rupees 10,000 per year. So next, under this scheme, the financial assistance can be given for computer with editing software for blind, deaf graduated and postgraduate students pursuing professional courses, and for support access software for cerebral palsy student. Then next next provisions under this scholarship, monthly actually the criteria, the monthly income criteria should be rupees 15,000 per monthly income of the family. Per annum income should be 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh to 80 rupees. Okay. So with this we can stop today classes. We can continue the next class. Okay. Thank you very much.